DJ Whisper. Thank you, buddy. First in. Angel, good evening. How are you, buddy? Thank you, Ollie. Thank you, man. Mark, United Voice of Mental Health, good evening. Not so long ago. I am tired tonight, I'm not going to lie. On the milk. All good in the hood, thank you, Angel. I'm all good in the hood, Ollie. Great to see you, buddy. Super subscriber, Sylvia Quinn. We are driving home. El, good evening. Mary, good evening. Big guy, good evening. No, I'm left her behind, Mark. I'm getting her on Saturday. She's coming home Saturday. Thank you, Angel. Mama Bear, good evening. Welcome in, buddy. She says we gotta hold on to what we got. So, we don't have Franklin with us, but I still want you to tap that screen for me, guys. She's back from holiday, but she's not come home yet, Sylvia. She's staying in Liverpool until the weekend. We're either going to spend the weekend in Liverpool or we'll come home. I'm not sure yet. So I've had a lovely day. I've spent the whole day with her. Now it's back to Wales, back to the grindstone. Got to pay the piper. Got to get the work done. Got to get the pennies in. Zellas, good evening. No collecting this week, so more milk to deliver tomorrow, but easier when he comes home. Apart from the back alleyway that leads to the pub, I need to get the patio cleaner on that and pick up any Walt bombs. There's a couple of Walt bombs out there. Greg Welford, good evening. Welcome in, buddy. So just remember, right, just as about to announce it, just remember, the internet's going to be ropey all the way. If it lags, if it freezes, thank you, Andrea. Just stay with the live. I'm going to be on for an hour, so you know I'm still there, okay? Just bear with it, and we will punch through the poor internet. Always does it. The same places every trip. Although, this morning, it was really good. Ann Davies, good evening. Andrea, I'm all good in the hood, thank you. Liv, good evening. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. Super subscriber, Sylvia. Tammy, good evening. I'm all good in the hood, mate. All good in the hood. Albert, good evening. Claire, good evening. Welcome in, guys. So, yes, bonus drive life back. KG, I'll be delivering. I'll be up for work at 1:30, and I'll be live at 4 a.m. I will get a couple of hours sleep when I get back. Benji Bois, good evening. She's great, thank you, Tammy. She's all good in her. Oh, is that from McDonald's, Andrea? Big guy, potato. Thank you, buddy. She sells seashells on the seashore. Seashell, good evening. Julie Rose, good evening. Welcome in, buddy. Hey, Stephen. She's all good in the hood. Potato. Thank you, big guy. Keep tapping that screen for me, guys. Let's try and get 25k likes in this hour that I'm live. Well, I went to McDonald's just to get a milkshake and a portion of chips, Andrea, and got left hanging. Drove around to the place where they take your money. There was no one in there. There seemed to be not many people in. So I drove off, and then I went past it because you have to sort of go back on yourself. And then someone was in where they were supposed to be. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. I didn't want to waste too much time. I want to get a drink, so I've got, you know, didn't have to have a Jakeman's on the way home, you know what I mean? Just so I've got some liquid in my mouth. So I keep getting dry mouth, and my throat keeps getting dry, you know. But yes, I'll be at work at 1:30, and then I'll be live at 4 a.m. as always. Together again. Super subscriber, Jimmy Caldwell, good evening. Oh, well, welcome back in, Michael. Enjoy it. It's just a Muppet driving home. Oh, hello, what's that? Ambulance. It's got to be an ambulance. Yes, I was right, ambulance. Just been driving behind a fire truck going through the tunnel. Sandra, good evening, welcome in, buddy. You make a fool out of love, stop. I've got Walt with me, Jimmy. He's right next to me. Yeah, no worries, Stephen. No worries, buddy. You'll be marked as absent in the class register. Crouchy, my 10-foot brother from another mother. you, big man? Welcome in, buddy. The lighthouse has arrived. I'd love to go out with you for a pint. Reason being is, you're literally a lighthouse. I'll go for a piss, come back. Ah, there he is. You know what I mean? Brilliant. Kimberly Trini, good evening. How are you, buddy? Welcome in, man. Keep tapping the screen. Yeah, he's right next to me. He's got his little seatbelt on, Jimmy. No, we can mark Stephen as absent tomorrow. He's already gave me his excuses, Mary. Norfolk Dashcam, good evening. Welcome in, buddy. Oh, watch it, Kimberly. I'm in leg slapping mode. Wow, lemon bonbons. I used to have the strawberry ones, Zellers. Sylvie, hello. Lewis Morris, good evening. Welcome in. Exactly, Crouchy. You're like a lighthouse. You're a beacon. Rishi, good evening. Watch it, Kimberly. She has shrunk, Joe, yeah. She's tiny. Joe number 2. Dusty, good evening. Stella, good evening. Welcome in, guys. We've had a great day, thank you, Joe number 2. We had a Mackey's breakfast, and then I had my first ever burrito, which was well nice. I've got half of it left as well. I brought that home. So that'll be the TikTok Milkman's breakfast in the morning. She's all good and hood, thank you, Rishi. We both are, mate. Pravina, good evening. Hey, there she is. Right then, guys. She's pinned the account. Go give her a follow. It's Dolly One. That's Hayley on the Dolly One account. We're trying to get that account to over 2,000. We're close. So give Hayley a follow. And then you don't have to miss any lives when she goes live on that account. She's all good and hood, Kimberly. She's been away. But she's back now. She'll be back with me at the weekend. She certainly did, Joe number 2. Oh, yes. Can I give you a text when I go live? No, Lewis. Set your alarm for 4 o'clock. Will, good evening. Welcome in, buddy. Let's go. Give you a text. What are you on about? Give you a text when I go live. I go live at 4 o'clock. Set the alarm, man. It's the same time every day. Give you a text. He's right next to me, Joe number 2. He's got his little seatbelt on. He's sat there staring into my soul, as always, because he's a little knob. Yeah, all 30,000 of you, Jimmy. I don't know what the fair usage policy is on Vodafone, but I'm pretty sure it's not 30,000. He's been good, all good and hood, Joe number 2, to be fair. I just can't get enough of Pooch. Yeah, that's Walt, Mary. I just can't get enough. Oh, I'll wake you up, darling. My horrible voice. Seem to get it. Oh, by the way, what I said don't before, you can now, darling. But it will recover, you know what I mean? It's TTG, TikTok Goggy, Joe number 2. Just have a little butchers, don't go mad, darling, yeah? It will recover. Bam, 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 bam. So I've got one of my 80s mixes on. I'm going to put my 70s groove on in a bit, my 70s jam. Haven't done any more videos with Pooch, no. You did do well this morning, Joe number 2. It's TTM, TDO and TTG. Kit, how are you? Good evening, welcome in, buddy. Yes, for now. Pride. It's Walt's favourite song, according to Hayley. He always looks nonplussed. He's just looking at me. Empty-headed. I'm all good and hood, Kit, thank you. I'll take your excuse, Joe number 2. Story I want to keep hearing. Just like a while. Right. Let's get past this one. And then we can slot in Joe number 2. Haley K, good evening. Welcome in, buddy. You're watching Winnie the Pooh. Nice. Enjoy it, Kit. Alan Walton, good evening. I can't get the temperature right in the van. I'm too hot and then I'm too cool. He won't nap, he won't settle down, Jimmy Caldwell. He won't settle down till he's lying on my ankles in bed. It has Zellers, yes, it's 11 degrees currently. We did indeed, yes, thank you, Haley K. I've already done it, Stephen. 111 million. You never know with this cheeky little sod, Joe. He could have one in the pipe. He hasn't squeezed cheese around one yet, so I don't know. James, good evening. I might raffle him off, Will. You wouldn't cope with him, trust me. Watching him live and having him with you, yeah, two completely different things. Thank you, Stephen. I'm not going to lie, though, Stephen. If I do win the 111 million, you'll actually never see me again. Wow. Oh, Joe. Ooh, look at you. Showing off. 80 in Florida. Too nice. Too nice. Super subscriber, 105. Good evening. Welcome in, buddy. However far it seems. Yes, tap, tap, tap. I'm liking that vibe, Joe. Let's go. Joe number 2. No, it'll be a secret, Jimmy. I'll just poof, disappear into thin air, and no one will ever see me again. And it'll all be, where's the TikTok Milkman gone? He was doing so well. He's disappeared. No one knows where he is. Soppy, good evening. Just keep it a secret. Go and get yourself a harem of ladies, Stephen. Bosh, you're away. Do 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 do. I should have stopped for a bottle of water or something. I'm gonna have to have a Jakeman's at some point. I'll take my medicine thing when I get home as well. I bought some herbal stuff for my vocal cords. You're supposed to take 5 mils mixed in with water 3 times a day, but you can't do it for more than a month. And I haven't had any today, so I'll have some when I get in. About an hour, Joe. Doesn't take long. It's not a bad drive. There's only a couple of bits that I don't like, and that's where there's no street lamps. And it's dark and it's thin, there's one lane, I don't like that. And the A55 in places it's like that as well. It's, to be honest, a bit dangerous. The older I get, you know, with the eyesight not being like it was, the less I like driving distance and speed at night, you know what I mean? Never used to bother me when I was young. If you're gonna do it right, do it with Pooch. Not too bad, I don't mind the drive, Joe. No, you're not gonna need any scuba gear on the way back, Joe. I got the tunnel out of the way. I mopped everybody up that I left there this morning in the Mersey. And yeah, they're all on board. Call me bad. Yes, I've got 2 hours to have a nap, Haley, so yeah, I will be having a little sleep. I always do. Haley, I'm your man. I should say Dolly, really, shouldn't I? We've got too many Haleys that watch. Dolly, I'm your man. Woo, you bet. Do it right, do it with Pooch, yeah. Right, do it with me. Don't want to be giving any mixed signals out there. There she is. Dolly, I meant Dolly. Sorry, darling. I kept forgetting how many Haleys there are that come on the live. They're everywhere. They haunt me in my sleep. Haley, 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 Haley. I've never called you that, really, have I, darling? Man Don't you know? And that's all that matters, darling. You bet. Oh, man, they're like clowns, Hayley K. They haunt me in my sleep. Hayley here, Hayley there, Hayley bloody everywhere. Ah, I'm tired tonight. You know what? I'm gonna have a Jakeman's, but otherwise I'm gonna talk myself hoarse. Hayley in the gutter going, they all float down here. Hayley with knives for fingers and a black and red stripy jumper. Stripy jumper. I'll be back in a row.